Welcome traders, this is Elite Currency, my name is Chris, and I wanted to do a quick update on the US dollar and also share with you the two best setups that I think are valid for the upcoming trading week. Alright, first quick update on the euro dollar. The dollar strengthening during NFP, as I mentioned also in the video on Sunday, and the euro dollar on the first day of this week, I should say, basically making a bit of a correction, slowly upside here, trying to push to the upside. We saw this bullish candle here. So I was mentioning, I was looking at the bottom here at 118.25 as a key level. I was thinking that, in my view, if that level holds, this is still bearish. If that level breaks with a strong 4-hour candle, this might turn bullish and price might break above 119 and head to 120. So from my point of view, a break above 119 is bullish. If price stays below 118.25, it's bearish. And I think that the target for the moment is 116, which is the long-term moving average here on the euro dollar. So I am personally already in a short based on somewhere in these candles here. This is a demo account. On the live account, I'm on a short. So let's see how it goes. I have my stop loss just above this invalidation level. Who knows? The market is the market. We'll find out. But I think if a break below this support trend line might trigger the downside. And we might see a fall down to, my target is 117 for the moment, although I think that the larger target is 118. So let's see. Time will tell if it works out. Pound dollar is pushing a bit lower. I was looking for a retracement to 131, which hasn't happened yet, but I think it still could happen. I think that from this perspective, I rather wait for price to retrace back to this supply and demand zone and put a fib from here to here. I think that 38.2 fib is a pretty decent level. So I'm still waiting for that retracement. And the dollar yen, very quickly, I think that there is still a good chance that price might make the gap close between the short and long-term moving average and make that last push up. I think that key level is 110.50. So if I put a fib from here to here, I don't expect price to break below 110.50. If it does make a downside, I expect it to bounce there and then continue higher to these targets at eventually 111.60, which is roughly 111.30, which is the long-term moving average I discussed. I think this is basically a reversal trade, just like on the other dollars, that might happen as well. Then quickly, some of the setups that I thought were interesting when using my SWOT system, I just wanted to give you a heads up. There are other interesting things going on, but I think the Euro New Zealand specifically could be interesting in my view, because there's a good trend on the 4-hour chart. You can see it right here, price accelerating away from moving averages, pulling back and bouncing. All right, so we're in that bounce at the moment. No divergence on the 4-hour chart. So I think that there's still space up to the resistance at 161.11 as well, as you can see. So I think that from this point of view, if it makes a retracement and bounces at these moving averages, bounces at 159.80, 160, I would be looking for a trigger candle that would look like this. You can see this is how the template looks like. And basically I would be looking for an arrow like this, for instance, to give me a signal. I'm looking just for a bit of retracement first. And then I think that price could get up to 160.70, 161, as I mentioned, maybe even 162. All right, so those are potential targets for the New Zealand. I think it's an interesting trend at this moment, so I'll keep an eye on this one. Another thing I wanted to take a look at and keep an eye on was the AUD New Zealand. It's maybe not as ready as Euro New Zealand, although it's pretty decent. It had a ABC correction. All right, it had a 3-wave down like this. Seems to have corrected and bounced back into 21 EMA and broke above it for the second time, all right, which is important. So the long-term trend is maybe not up as yet, but this is the second break above the 21 EMA, and I think we could see an acceleration and continuation of that uptrend. And therefore, price has only reached the second level of Wiz, whereas Euro New Zealand has reached, I think it was the third already, if I remember correctly. So not as far as yet, but I think it is interesting if it does make a downside and bounce at the 21 EMA. So here too, looking for a retracement, and again a trigger either with the candles or the arrows as price turns back up. And I think the target will be the third level, basically at 108.10, and after that perhaps 109, as you can see. So that's the AUD New Zealand. Those are two, I think, interesting pairs. There are others, but for the moment, let's wrap it up here. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe for free updates, free analysis at elitecurrency.com, and you'll get an email with the alert. And if you like this video, of course, please share, like, and subscribe. We show great trading. Talk to you soon. Cheers.